Guys, so I'm Alex, which y'all should know, and I am completely swamped. I want to say a zillion and a half tests this week, but I only have 5 tests. But since I'm swamped, I'm going to tell you about my hardest class, which is Zoology. It has the highest fail rate out of any class here at my school, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's just a ton of information, and so I'm going to teach you guys about it. Don't get me wrong, this is going to sound bad, but it's not. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. So you know those things called protists? You know, the stupid little things you have to look in a microscope to see? Everyone hates them, right? Well, okay, I hate them. They were discovered by this dude named Antonie von Leeuwenhoek. And frankly, this dude was a complete perv. He was actually a tailor. You know, people who sewed clothes and stuff. And what he helped out the microscope, you know, made it better, enhanced it. That's the word I want. Enhance! He enhanced it because he wanted to be able to count the threads, each individual thread, which doesn't that sound horrific? Yeah, because it is. But, you know, when you have, like, you're trying to buy bed sheets that you always want to get, like, a higher count. Well, that's what he was trying to do, was trying to make sure, you know, oh, the materials is good. But when he did that, he found these little tiny moving things, which he called animalcules, ooh, I'll write that word down for you. It looks really awesome. Hopefully I can edit this out, otherwise you guys get to enjoy me erasing and writing. Woohoo! Animalcules. Woot! Okay. Which essentially means small animals. Know your Greek and Latin, you'll know that. Okay. So that's what he called them, and he saw these little tiny things moving around, so for whatever reason, this dude decided to stop being a tailor and went into biology. And what he did is he went through a couple different things. He tested, you know, germs from your mouth. He tested other people's mouths, and he also tested his feces. There's something else he tested. He also was in the sperm and ovus debates, which sounds horrible, but people used to think that a baby was a sperm. Like, a sperm was like this itty-bitty human that, you know, went to the woman, and then the woman, and then it grew. Which we now is horribly wrong, but isn't it hilarious? I mean, yeah, some dude's sperm that you can't see has a little tiny child in it. Yeah, ridiculous. Anyway, so he did all these things, and, you know, if you think about it, in order for him to look at a sperm, what he had to do, I mean, come on. Seriously, dude? Like, God almighty. And then he also tested his feces, which means, you know, he pooped and then smeared it, and what a weirdo. But, okay, so, you know, in order to test his mouth, he tested his mouth, and, you know, whatever, swapped from your mouth, put it on the slide thingy, that term I should know since I'm such a science major. And, but he also did other people's mouths, which, I mean, can you imagine how horrible it was? Their hygiene sucked. But what he found is that people who were sober had animalcules, these little animals in their mouths. But people who were drunk and had smoked didn't have them. Which, actually, because of him, we figured out that alcohol is an antiseptic. So, yay, square one for Leeuwenhoek. However, you realize that he probably went up to some drunk dude lying on the floor of the tavern and swiped their mouth. Antonie von Leeuwenhoek was a freaking weirdo. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Your zoology protista knowledge of the day. Yeah, go out and be smart.